Hello viewers, welcome to the channel and to another tutorial. This video is about how to model the practical exercise part 107 using the part Workbench as requested by a channel subscriber. Follow this video until the end because I will show you how to overcome the difficulties that might raise during the modeling process of this model. And also, if you haven't seen how this part was designed on the PartDesign Workbench, click on the card to see it. First, you need to create a new document in FreeCAD. Just click on this icon to create a new document. And now let's go to this link page. As you can see, we have these views and the session view and also these dimensions. The next thing that we'll do is to create a sketch. You need to draw a session of the session view. Go to FreeCAD and first change the Workbench to Sketcher. Create a new sketch. This sketch will create in the front view. As you can see, we have X and Z axis for the front view. So here we'll select this option, axis plane, and OK. Now in Sketcher Workbench, we'll select this tool here, polyline tool, click on this icon, and now we'll draw this sketch. Okay, first we draw this vertical line here and horizontal line, and next vertical line and horizontal line. Now select arc tool. With this tool we'll draw these three arcs. As you can see, we have these three radius here. Okay, just click here and draw this first arc, and now this arc, and now connect these two endpoints here. Okay, and now escape, and we'll apply tangent constraint for this point and this point here. Select this point and tangent constraint, and also this point, the same constraint, and now just drag this line here in this way. Okay, as you can see here, we have 9 degrees of freedom. Let's try to full constrain this sketch. Okay, let's select constraint this as tool, click in this vertical line, and let's set the length 2.5 millimeters. And this horizontal line, let's set this dimension 35 millimeters, and this vertical line, as you can see, is 7th, this dimension here. Okay, and now escape and drag this point here in this way. Next, select constraint radius. Just click here and select this option, constraint radius, and now click in this arc and set the radius here is 120. Okay, and this arc is 35, and this arc here is 20. Okay, and now we need to set the length of this line here. We can select horizontal distance tool, and now just click in this line and set 7.5. Let's hide these all constraints here. Just click in this icon, and next select this tool here, constraint vertical distance tool, and as you can see, we have 5 millimeters from this point here to this point. Let's select this point and now origin point and set 5. Okay, now this point here and this origin point, as you can see, we have 20. Okay, as you can see, now the sketch is full constrained. Escape 2 times to leave the sketch, press home, just click here and select part Workbench. Now in the part Workbench, let's revolve this sketch. Just select this sketch and now revolve tool. Okay, and here the sketch is selected, and now we go to the revolution axis. We need to set 1 for the center Z because we want the sketch to revolve in the Z axis. Okay, so we set 1 here, and now just click OK. And as you can see, we have this part now. And now that we have this part here, we can create our first plate. To create our first plate, we'll use 2 primitive geometries. Okay, so now let's click in this icon, create primitives, and here, from here, we'll select this option. And next, we'll change these parameters here, which is 300. Okay, and height is 7th, as you can see here, and the radius here will change to 45. There is radius here, and now just click create, and as you can see, now we have this wire. And now we need to create another wire. What we'll do is to change this radius here to something like 5 millimeters, and create, and now close. Now if we hide this, if we select this part here and hide, we'll see these two wires here, these two helix. Okay, now let's make this revolve visible, spacebar. And now from these two helix, let's create a surface. Just select these two objects, and now these two here, create a roulette surface, click here, and as you can see we have this surface now. And the next thing to do is to create a thickness in this surface here. To do that, we need to select this roulette surface here, and then offset tool, click here and select this option. Okay, now we need to change this dimension here to 1.5, the thickness, let's set 1.5, and now we have this, as you can see. Now if we zoom in, we'll see that we need to fill this offset. To fill this offset, we need to check this option and click OK. Now we go to the draft workbench to create a polar array of this plate here. So click here and select draft workbench. Okay, let's hide this grid. Just click on this icon. To create our polar array, we need to select this offset, and then click here and select this option, polar array, and the number of elements here will change to 15. Change here to 15, and these values here of the center of rotation must be 0. So change these all values to 0, and then just click OK. As you can see, we have these all blades here. Now let's move to the part workbench. What we'll do in the part workbench is to create a fusion of these two parts here. So let's select these two parts and then union tool, click refresh. Okay, as you can see here we have this problem, the blades gone. Okay, we don't have blades here. If we select this surface here, as you can see, is this operation here, spacebar to hide this, and just click here, select these two helix and spacebar to hide. As you can see in this fusion, we don't have blades here, and now I will show you how to solve this problem. The first thing that we'll do is to delete this fusion. Select this fusion and delete, and also delete this array here. Let's make this offset visible, spacebar. Okay, what we'll do now to solve this problem is to create a sketch that we'll use to remove material from this plate here. So let's move to the sketch workbench, and here create a new sketch, select front plane, axis plane, and OK. Okay, now select polyline tool, this tool here, and next let's draw this sketch. Okay, now select arc tool and draw this arc in these two endpoints. Okay, next let's set the size of the sketch here. First let's select equal constraint, and let's make these two lines equal. Now let's select this tool here, horizontal distance tool. For these lines here, we'll set this length 18. Okay, and this line here, let's set 35 millimeters. This radius here, 35. And next, select vertical distance tool. Let's select this point and this point here. The length here must be 54 millimeters. Okay, and now zoom in. For this vertical line, let's set 2.5 millimeters. Okay, now we have 8 degrees of freedom. Select this line here and set 5 millimeters. And now just select this tool and click here in this point, and now in this vertical axis. Okay, now I have this. Select horizontal distance tool again. Now this point and this origin point, and here set the length for 35 millimeters. Okay, and next select vertical distance tool. From this point to this origin point, let's set 7. Okay, now let's hide these all constraints, and for this horizontal line let's set 50. Okay, now we have 3 degrees of freedom. Let's select external jump tool and extract this edge here. Now escape and drag this point. Now just select these 2 points here and make it constant. Okay, and just select these 2 center points and set constant. Okay, now the sketch is full constrained. Let's leave the sketch, close. And now let's move to part workbench, and let's revolve the sketch here. Revolve tool, set 1 for the z axis, and okay, now we have this. As you can see, let's select this offset, this plate, and now console, select this revolve here and select cut tool, this tool here. Okay, and now as you can see, we have removed material from this blade. Okay, now let's create a fusion of these 2 parts to see if we won't have problems in the future. Select these 2 parts and now union tool. Okay, as you can see here, we have this first problem. We have this line here. If we see this model is pretty clean. Okay, and also these 2 lines here. So okay, what to do, we go to this fusion and we click on this arrow, and now cut and revolve, and double click in this sketch here. Okay, what we'll do here is to change the dimensions of this sketch. So first zoom in and select this arc here and also this point and delete. Okay, and move these. Okay, and now drag this point in this way, and next select arc tool, and now just connect these 2 points, this point and this point here. Okay, and next select this constraint here, now this line and this point. Let's move this point in this way, and next let's select this tool here and this line, and here we'll set 2.4 millimeters. Okay, let's make our dimensions visible. Click here, and what you do now, escape and double click in this dimension here. Let's set 35 minus 0.1, and let's make this point and this point constant. Okay, now we have this sketch full constrained again. Escape 2 times to leave the sketch, and now as you can see, we don't have problems here, but here we still have this problem. On the top of this model we can see this problem here. To solve this problem, what we can do is to change the height of the primitive geometries. Okay, to do that we go to this offset here, just click in this arrow and rotate surface, and now just select this helix and go to height. Let's change here to, for example, 72 millimeters. Enter, and here select here and change to 72, and it's okay now. Now we don't have problems in this model. So let's close here and let's delete this fusion. Select this fusion and delete. And now we change to the draft workbench. Select draft and select this cut here, and let's create a polar array. Select polar array and change here the number of elements to 15, and here, set 0 and set 0 and okay. Okay, now we have this, and let's go to the part workbench, select these two parts, and now union tool. Okay, as you can see now, this model is fine. We don't have problems. Okay, so next let's try to create this pocket here. Let's create this hole. To create this hole, we can use this tool here, cylinder tool. Just click on this icon to create a cylinder. As you can see, we have the cylinder here and the XY plane. Now what we'll do is to change the size of the cylinder. Select the cylinder here in the tree view. Go to radius and change to 4. Change the radius here to 4 millimeters and change the height to 7 and enter. Now as you can see, we have this. And now to create the hole here, what we will do is to subtract the cylinder from this fusion. So we need to select this fusion and next control cylinder and cut tool. And now we have this. Okay, as you can see, we finished the design of this model. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video useful, please leave a like, a comment, and share this video with your friends. And if you want to support the content of this channel, there's a link in the description of this video to my Ko-fi page. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.